What's happening, guys? Raul TV, Team R4UL, your favorite YouTube mechanic, back again. We're in the garage and I'll be straight up honest with you guys, I'm not feeling 100%. Like I mentioned in my other videos, my leg is not 100% at all, but we're just soldiering on. I'm back in the garage and we're going to do a little job here. I've got a Hyundai i40 on a 2013-14. We're going to go ahead and change the front brake pads, front brake discs or rotors if you want to call them. Dead easy job, you can do it outside, on your drive. Basic tools. Come on, let's go, let's do it. Okay, the first thing what we're going to do is we're going to take the brake fluid cap off, then we'll send it up, take the wheels off. Let's go. Right, the next thing what we're going to do is obviously take the wheel off. I'm not going to show you how to take the wheel off. Obviously it's dead easy, just take the wheel nuts off and that's it. Obviously we're going to do both sides, but I'm just going to show you on one side. It's exactly the same on the other side. We're going to go ahead and take the brake caliper off. In order to take the brake caliper off, what we need to do is we need to take this bolt off here, which is a 14 millibolt, another one there, 14 millibolt. Take them two off and we'll go from there. So we're going to take that bolt off, 14 millibolt, take this one off as well. Hopefully the caliper should come straight off. So here we go. I've already cracked them with a breaker bar or spanner, whatever you've got. Take that one off, take that one off as well. Right, after we take this bolt off and that bolt off, the two 14 millibolts, all we do is just get a screwdriver, flat screwdriver or a pry bar, whatever you've got. Just pry it out. The caliper should come straight off. Make sure you hold it with the other hand because I'm trying to hold it and show you guys at the same time. So just pry it off a little bit. There you go, brake calipers off. Right, as for the brake pads, as you can see, the brake pads look alright. The problem is with the rotor, the disc itself. It's juddering when you're braking. So basically the brake disc or the rotor is distorted, it's warped. So basically that's the issue. The brake pads are alright. Somebody's just put brake pads on in the past and that's about it. So take the brake pads off like that. Right, the next thing what we need to do is we'll leave the bracket there for a minute. The brake caliper bracket, the hanging bracket, we'll just leave that there for 2 minutes. What we're going to do is we need to take these little screws off, the retainer screws for the brake rotor. So 9 times out of 10 they don't come off. I'll be straight up honest with you, they seize up and everything. As you can see, I've battered this one with a chisel, hammer and a chisel, take it off. If it comes off with a Phillips screwdriver, a cross screwdriver, the positive screwdriver, then happy days. If it doesn't, you just have to chisel them off. I'm going to chisel that off. That's already chiseled off and it's snapped off, so it doesn't really matter. It's just to hold the brake disc in place. So hopefully this one will come off. We can put that one back on it as well. One should be enough. And yeah, let's take that off and then we'll go ahead and take this bracket off, the hanging bracket. We'll take that off and we'll go from there. Right, after we have taken them two screws off or snapped them off, as you can see, I've snapped that one. That one's come off nice and easy. Well, not nice and easy, but you know what I mean. We're going to go ahead and take these two bolts off. This one here, 17 millibolt. Another one here, 17 millibolt. We're going to take them two off. So basically 17 mil. Right, okay. After we've took that bracket off, the brake disc bracket, the hanging bracket that is, there's no nice way to do it. If you're going to replace the rotor, if you're going to replace the disc, that is, just hit it on the disc and take it off. If not, hit it on there. As you can see, it's not budging. So what I'm going to do is, I'll show you guys. I've put one of the wheel nuts back on and I'm just going to hit the disc from behind. Hopefully it'll come off, but it's not going to fly off because the nut's still there. And yeah, take it off that way. I'm going to replace the rotor anyway, so I'm going to just hit it on the rotor, take it off. No nice way, just give it some. Right, I've just given it a hit on the disc from behind. From here, as you can see, it's got a few marks on it, which really doesn't matter because I'm going to replace it anyway. So now that should, make sure you don't drop it on your toes. Come straight off. Happy days, let's go. Right, the next thing what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and clamp the brake caliper, the piston that is. We're going to push that back in. You can use the proper tool, which I have got in the box, or you can just use some big dogs like this, some pipe pliers, and all you do is just push that back in. Okay, so I need a bit more strength. I'm going to get both hands onto it and push that back in. And yeah, if you do get a little bit of fluid coming out through this side, that's because we undone the brake reservoir, remember, the cap. the brake fluid cap. So obviously the pipe, the fluid is going to go back through the pipe, straight up that way, and out the reservoir, and it will come out through that way. That's the reason why we take the pipe off, the cap off, sorry. Yeah, that's it. So don't worry about it. If you get a bit of brake fluid there, just wipe it off, happy days, and you're good to go. And yeah, let's push this back in and let's refit the pads and discs. Right, there we go, guys. I've got the new one there. Just marry them up to the old ones, just make sure it's the same. They do sell two sizes of these discs, these rotors. One is 320mm and one is 300mm, so just bear that in mind. So there we go, let's get it back on, get that screw back on. If you don't have to actually put that screw back on, I might not even put it back on. And yeah, let's go. Right guys, as you can see there, I've got the rotor, the disc back on, the bracket is back on, them two bolts are on, that 17mm is on, that's on, all in reverse order. We're going to get the brake pads on. As for the brake pads, I mean, it's dead easy. Just get it lined up. If you might need to shave the edges off a little bit, the powder coating. You might not need to, you might. So there we go, brake pads are on. Make sure it's nice and free. You don't want it to be sticking. The next thing, if you want to, you could do this. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You can put some brake grease on there or some copper grease on there. I'd recommend brake grease if you are going to put anything on there. If you don't want to put anything on there, you don't have to, because let's face it, when it comes out from the showroom, they don't really put anything on there. So yeah, we can just leave it as it is. Next thing what we'll do is we'll get the caliper around here. Okay, I'm going to put some brake grease on there, put the caliper on. Let's go. There we have it, guys, all done and dusted. A Hyundai i40 2013-14 front brake pads and disc replacement or rotor replacement. Dead easy. You can do it outside your house, on the drive, basic tools, don't need to worry about anything. And yeah, that's it. I hope this video helps you guys out. If it didn't help you guys out, I'm sorry. Trying my best. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell button for me. Leave a comment in the comment section. Raul TV, Team R4UL. Not feeling the best, but we're still soldiering on for you guys. We'll see you guys next time.